time is flying. And where are you with some goal that you had last year that you told yourself, this time next year, I will be here? I know with me, I have a few areas that I know are with my avoidant attachment. And I think some are just general insecure attachment stuff. But I know that I have a few areas where I still feel like I'm self-sabotaging. I still feel like I'm holding myself back, where I thought at the beginning of the year or this time last year, I'd be in a different or better place. And I thought I would talk about those things in this video. So we're going to do a challenge and we're going to make sure that we knock out of the park the last 4 months of 2025. Okay, pardon the interruption, but I filmed this video in August when there were 4 months left in the year. And then I had an emergency situation back home. I live in Croatia, but I had to suddenly fly back to the United States and was in a discombobulated place. Couldn't film and edit videos for almost a month and a half. And here we are. So please excuse the times in this video where I say 4 months left of this year or refer to the month of August. That's why. But first, cheers to my fellow self-help nerds. Welcome to Confessions of an Avoidant. My name is Wando, and I'm here to be your avoidant friend, having honest, healing conversations about my attachment style. So I hope that your takeaway from this channel is, not just to come here and dissect an avoidant brain, but to also want to have these healing conversations with yourself about your own attachment style, because that is the most powerful thing that we can do. So let's get into this. I'm going to talk about 3 things, and then I'm going to talk about a solution for both of us. Okay, so first for me is quality time. I don't just mean quality time in my relationship. I mean in everywhere in my life, really. I feel like since the pandemic, I've gotten even worse with quality time. I would say I've never been an avoidant that is so extreme with quality time. I'm not the kind of person that only wants to see my partner twice a week. I want to see my partner more than that. But I do think since the pandemic, my threshold for quality time in multiple areas of my life with friend, family, relationship, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. I also think it's because I work online, I work remotely. So I think that's contributed to me living a very isolated life. And a big goal that I had this year was to put myself out there more, really prioritize quality time with friendships. My second thing is saying how I really feel more. Growing up, I was often shamed for expressing myself. So I know on a subconscious level, my brain associates advocating for myself, saying how I really feel, as me doing something wrong, doing something bad, me doing something that is inconvenient to someone else. I often feel like when I have to say how I really feel, or even just say something that's just factually true, like with a friend, an acquaintance, a colleague, whatever, my brain always feels like I can't even say something that just factually happened because I'm so scared of, or I feel so uncomfortable, I should say, with the other person's experience with me doing that. And I really think I got better at saying how I really feel or advocating for myself last year. But I think I had a situation where I advocated for myself so strongly that I feel like I've had a hangover from it for the rest of this year. And I'm kind of retreating into being scared and uncomfortable of having the guts to keep at it, keep going. And I'm curious if any of you feel that way at all, where you've worked on something about yourself, but if it took everything in your power to do it once or do it twice, that you're like, oh, I can't do it again. I can't do it again. I wanted to continue into this year, just be consistently more confident with saying how I really feel. The third thing is asking for help and being receptive to help. And I think the biggest area where I struggle with this in my life at this point is strangely taking courses for things. I've been someone for the longest time, like if I've had a goal or if I'm working on something like YouTube, for example, I feel like a loser or pathetic for wanting to take a course, or I feel like a loser or pathetic for watching videos that explain things like how to have success with this, how to grow in this algorithm, blah, 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 blah. And I know that's a very avoidant thing because, you know, I grew up in a household where asking for help was perceived as lame. Oh, figure it out. Oh, we shouldn't have to show you how to do things. Like you'll be a strong person if you don't go to the parents for help and you figure things out on your own. Like that was my upbringing. So it's interesting how that's carried into adulthood. And I see it now in 2025 presenting in me feeling like I shouldn't have to take a course. I should just figure it out. But yeah, that's another big one for me that I'm still noticing, this resistance in my body to be receptive towards help, receptive towards acknowledging that there are people who are much more experienced at something than I am, and I need their help. I need them. I think maybe that's another avoidant thing about it, this feeling of shame for like needing someone to hold my hand through a process. Okay, so those are the 3 things for me. The challenge is to create a solution for each of those things. So what is one thing that we can do to tackle each of those things? So for me, with asking for help, one thing that I know I should do is I should be doing some sort of challenge that you have to sign up for or pay for every month. I just did a challenge last month. It was like a 30-day challenge for actually launching merch. And I launched the merch, and it just made me feel so much better to be accountable every single day to some course that I'd paid for. I thought I would find that annoying or I'd feel uncomfortable parting with that money, but it actually made me feel so much better feeling like I had like a coach who every single day understood the challenges that I was going through on a daily basis. So it makes me want to sign up for more challenges. So that's something that I know I need to do, and I need to find a challenge. I already have another course lined up, and this might sound silly, but I'm going to say what it is. It is a manifestation course. I took a manifestation course early in this year, and I loved it. I always thought manifestation was like silly and creepy and weird. I'm now someone who's obsessed with manifestation. I feel like I just think it's so great. So anyway, I signed up for another manifestation course. Second thing is quality time. This I've already improved in, I think, because I came back home, been spending quality time with my family. So that's really good. I live in Croatia, so I'm going to have to go back to Croatia soon. But when I go back to Croatia, I want to keep up what I feel like I've been doing lately, which is being better at calling my family, being better at touching base with my friends. And specifically, what I've been trying to do better on a weekly basis is respond to texts more quickly, or initiating phone calls more, specifically with friends and family. Otherwise, we just won't talk if I don't step up. And initiating meeting up with new friends. That's really hard for me because I feel I'm really sensitive to rejection, and I retreat into myself when I feel like someone's not showing an interest in continuing to hang out with me. Okay, and saying how I really feel. This I can't be completely open about what I'm going to do with this challenge, just because I know there's certain people who found this YouTube channel and I don't want them to know everything about me. So I know the area in my life where I need to challenge myself to do this the most. I'm going to keep that for myself. But I know in general I need to just do this more and more and more. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.